She's number one at being dumb, the new face of the DNC. Gather round, cause that's our Jasmine.
Jasmine Crockett's got another hot take. No blacks and whites on a wedding cake. The Democrats' new chosen one, Jasmine Crockett, is in the news again for an old clip where she attacked Florida Rep. Byron Donalds for marrying a white woman.
Okay, everyone, get together because this is going to be a blast. Consider this, on live television, Greg Gutfeld and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett are in the midst of one of the most captivating conversations we've ever seen. Know what I mean? This was no ordinary political debate, no. It was something special. Congresswoman Crockett's contentious remarks regarding interracial marriages, yes, she went there basically implied that she might not be in favor of black and white marriages.
She's so rotten, she wants migrants picking cotton. We present to you Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who made this shocking argument why America needs immigrants. Roll it, Alfred.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
When the wheels fall off.
You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a...
After reading Crockett's remarks, he simply tore them to shreds.
It goes back to, that was 45 seconds of some of the, like, Kamala, you good right now. That was some of the dumbest I ever heard in my life. Here's the thing. This goes back to what we talked about earlier. They never have a solution. Just listen to your dumbass talk. You want to talk about agriculture? Why don't you fix the lottery? Why don't you make it easier for people who want to come into this country to work in agriculture and equitation and factories? Get rid of the lottery. Open it up. Talk to the president. Like, hey, we got a plan. We want to make it easier for people who can vet and come in and work in this country. Come up with an idea. Besides, any of y'all want to pick cotton? We're like, we're in suits in the middle of the Midwest. Why would we pick cotton? It's like the extreme stupidness of what she speaks. I'm so angry.
It got everyone talking, really, everyone, and it was heated. Guys, social networking, it was ablaze. Huge debates concerning the distinction between real political discourse and showy rhetoric have been sparked by the entire situation.
Tyrus, I go to you for no particular reason. Is she making any point there?
Like this makes me wish my mom made different father choices. Because we all get sucked into this. Like, this is... If you're going to talk about black history, at least know it. This is... At least know it. Okay?
Honestly, it's the type of back and forth that merely entices you to keep reading. This type of spicy, innovative controversy is exactly what we enjoy exploring in greater detail. So why not subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all these flashpoints and get the inside scoop on every development? Honestly, each new follower is like a small boost of encouragement that keeps me going and makes me eager to share more stories like these with you. This confrontation between Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and Greg Gutfeld was, well, epic. Let's go straight to the heart of it. On his show, Greg Gutfeld began by preparing to go on the Congresswoman for her recent divisive comments on interracial marriages.
That's not very woke, is it? Of course, Crockett isn't the only Democrat who's opposed to interracial marriage, or else more Democrats would have voted for this one. Racist!
You can only imagine how much excitement such a remark generated. Tossing a match into a fireworks factory caused everything to burst. There they were, Greg and Jasmine, confronting each other. Greg, the direct, no-nonsense man that we all know and love or detest, depending on your point of view, did not mince words, addressing how Jasmine's remarks not only shook the public, but also reflected thoughts that, to be honest, many believed were out of date, He went right to the point. That's a mild way of expressing it. He said that she was engaging in divisive politics and ignoring the actual problems in favor of, say, publicity and showmanship. What's the kicker? It was unexpected to Jasmine Crockett. With talking points more like sound bites and buzzwords, to be honest, in hand, she was ready for the typical back and forth.
Philmead, she's getting to be the face of that party.
I know, thanks to your show.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more popular, this or The View on Gutfeld. But a couple of things. Did you see, at first I thought she was doing it for comedic purposes, but you watch back, nobody had a response. They didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And she's like, oh, really? Farming? Yes, it's called eating, farming. America's got the best farmers in the world. There's glory in doing it. People do it, and the people don't do it by hand anymore. This isn't 1820. So I was just stunned by what she's saying. But the weird thing is, she probably left that room thinking she knocked it out of the park. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that anyone can stop her from being the face of the party, except Bernie Sanders, who's 111 years old, talking about.
Greg's strategy, on the other hand, was more akin to a bulldozer, pushing through a field of meaningless speech. His insightful inquiries into the content of her statements left her, well, fumbling for a firm footing. Imagine it as a sudden storm calm 1 minute, then a raging storm. Disarray, it was the delivery, not simply the words. Greg managed to remove any appearance of moral political flair with his scathing sarcasm and, let's say, extraordinary ability to cut through what he called nonsense. And everyone's eyes were riveted to their screens. Did the delivery of the words or the words themselves cause everyone to sit up? Viewers were kept on edge by Greg's questioning of Jasmine, which felt like obstacles she couldn't quite overcome. He accused her directly of using race politics, which sparked a huge backlash. Jasmine tried to react once the initial salvos had subsided, reintroducing her own fire into the fray. She cited history and social justice somewhat strongly, focusing largely on what she called the necessity to confront societal systemic problems. Greg, however, wasn't convinced. He criticized her claims, pointing out what he saw as inconsistencies and hyperbole, but
Is she gonna keep this thing that she wasn't talking about, the wheelchair?
Yeah. Come on, babe, you know you're full of and all that, Jasmine. I think what happened was AOC was like,
You guys, I need to triangulate and be serious now because I'm going to be a senator. So someone has to be a talking attention whore. Who's it going to be?
and Jasmine raised her hand and goes, excuse me, Congresswoman Cortez, I speak jive.
But this is when it becomes very intriguing. The television audience actively participated, responding virtually in real time, rather than only watching this unfold. Social media elevates these issues to a new level. Don't you know that? Some viewers supported Greg's scathing accusations, while others praised Jasmine's position. Viewers flooded social media sites like Facebook and Twitter with comments and memes. Now, the media had not only continued to focus on this exchange. More general conversations concerning the function of discourse in modern politics were spurred by it.
Now, she claims that she wasn't talking about Abbott's wheelchair at all. Yet she's mentioned Abbott's wheels before. In 2022, she posted Beto's rolling around the state. Where's Abbott rolling to? And according to the Washington Free Beacon, Crockett also liked several Facebook comments referring to Abbott as Hot Wheels back in.
The collective sigh of frustration from those tired of theatrical performances and desiring real answers instead of empty platitudes was almost palpable. Jasmine supporters believed her enthusiasm for social justice was underrepresented, while Greg's admirers valued his unwavering commitment to transparency. Following the incident, Greg reaffirmed his claims and explained why he thought Jasmine's remarks were not just divisive, but also ineffective. Talking about race and identity should bring people together, not drive them apart. He emphasized,
First they cursed, now they thirst for blood. Jasmine Crockett is upping her temper tantrums, now saying the only way Democrats can win elections is by throwing hands.
I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. It's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard.
He urged the audience to look beyond the political theater and consider the deeper motivations behind it. Jasmine defended her comments, saying, "They were taken out of context," and framed herself as a true voice for her community's struggles, committed to equality at every opportunity. Though her delivery wasn't perfect, supporters clung to her message like a lifeline, spreading it widely. It struck a chord and sparked lasting conversations about the blurred line between advocacy and performance in today's politics. The episode raised important questions: who truly represents our values? Is soundbite-driven politics helping or harming us? It reminded the public to hold all leaders accountable and prompted more debate. So what do you think? Does Greg's tough questioning divide or clarify? And did Jasmine's core message get lost in the noise? Share your thoughts below, I'd love to hear them.